St. John, we have that battle of new construction going on, and it looks like new construction is really holding its own. Hey guys, it's Erica here for our weekly market update. This week we are talking about St. John, Indiana, and new construction is really holding strong in St. John. So let's look at the market numbers, see where we are with sales, pendings, and actives, and see, if existing home sellers in St. John are going to be looking at some price cuts soon. So for the month of January, this is in St. John, houses of all kinds, brand new, super old, big, small, condos, everything else. In January 2023, we sold 21 units of real estate for a total volume of $10.8 million. That gives us an average price of $515,000 with the average days on market about 34 days. Houses are selling at about 98.7% of their list price, which is actually a nice solid number. 21 may not seem like a lot of houses to be sold, but based on what we've seen in all the other towns I cover, 21 for January is actually a pretty decent number. So, they're doing well enough in St. John. Certainly it's not a dead market. Looking at December 2022 in St. John to compare the two, we have 19 units of real estate sold in St. John for a total of about $8.5 million, which gives us an average price of $448,000. Average days on market in December, 37 days. So, we kind of compare those 2 months, see what's going on. As always, it's wintertime. Things are strange right now. But it's not a tremendous difference, except for the fact that the price went down by about $65,000 in January. Normally, there's fluctuations. 65,000 is, kind of a big number, but again, we have to deal with the fact that a lot of this is new construction. They can't really dig holes when the ground is frozen. They can't really, do a lot of things. If it's raining, we haven't had a particularly bad winter, but certainly we've had some weather. So, things are a little bit slower with new construction for the wintertime, which I think is kind of reflected in these numbers. So far as pending units go in St. John, so these are houses that have sold to a buyer, but they haven't closed yet. We're looking at 56 pending listings in St. John. We don't have closing numbers yet, but the average listing price on those is $457,000 with average days on market about 41 days. Pretty standard. 457 is a lot closer to December than January. We also have a pretty high number of pendings, but again, that's because a lot of these are new construction. They're not going to close until the house is done. So, if they're building, 34 of these are new construction. So how long does it take these different builders to build 34 houses? Some of these have been pending for months, just waiting for the construction to be done. So I don't know that, days on market, those kinds of things are really indicative of what's going on, because 34 new construction, only 22 are existing homes. Those 22 are going to be the ones that we see in our closed numbers over the next month or so. So active listings in St. John is where we have some pretty interesting new construction influence on the real estate market in that town. So right now in St. John, houses of all kinds, new, old, everything else, we have 90 active listings in St. John right now. The average listing price on those is $454,000, and the average days on market of those is 56 days. Now, those numbers don't include new construction. I always, new construction sits on the market for a long, long time, so it screws up days on market. Those are just for existing homes listed currently in St. John. So of those 90 houses under active listings, 64 of them are new construction. That leaves only 26 existing homes. Of that 90, that are on the market, existing homes ready to buy and move into in the next 30 days. That's a lot of houses of that total number. Builders are not ignoring the St. John new construction market at all. Continuing on this new construction theme, let's look at what was sold in both January and December, the numbers I went over before with the averages and everything like that. So 21 sold in January. Of that 21, 11 were new construction, leaving only 10 existing homes. In December, of that 19, 10 of those were existing homes, 9 of them were new construction. So both January and December, 50% of the houses sold were new construction. It is interesting in St. John to see, like we've talked about this before. Last month we talked about that battle of new construction. What price pressure all of this new construction is putting on existing homeowners. And now we're in a situation with St. John where if you're a buyer and you're looking in St. John, your choices are 26 existing homes of various styles, ages, duplexes, big houses, everything else, or 64 types of new construction home. That's a very, very powerful thing for a buyer. a brand new house that's totally updated and is gray and white and all the different things, or an older house that, may need some updating. Maybe, you like the location a little bit better or something like that. So it comes down to the price. Using January numbers, like I said, we sold 21 houses, about half were new construction. The average list price for all the houses sold, including new construction, like I said, was about $515,000. When I stripped out that new construction, 50% of that total, the existing home prices on average were $408,000. And they were on the market for 37 days. So this isn't really a case of, all these houses just are selling so fast because they're priced so well, people are snapping them up. Significantly over $100,000 less and 37 days on market, which the average is 34, meaning that, new construction times actually brought that average down a little bit. It's the same situation for the December numbers. Of the 19 that sold, again, about 50-50 new construction existing homes, the average sales price was $448,000, average days on market 37 days. When I pull out all the new construction and we just looked at existing homes, average price is $377,000, average days on market is 41 days. So again, we have a situation where there's a tremendous difference between the sales prices of the new construction and the existing homes. And opposite of what we would expect, the new construction days on market are actually pulling the average down versus up. Another thing that's very interesting to look at for these active listings in St. John, 90 actives, only 26 are existing homes. I drilled down on that existing home number. More than half of those 26 have been on the market since October. These houses are not moving particularly quickly. Looking at the average price difference between active homes and pending homes, it's $454,000 for actives, $457,000 for pendings. So you would think that, 454 is less than 457, so we're probably in good shape. These things are going to be flying off the shelves. However, as we know, pending homes, we don't know what they're going to sell for yet. So it could be a situation when you have houses that have been on the market now for over 100 days. Nice houses. There's not a lot of junk in St. John to worry about. These are all pretty nice houses built in the past, say, 30 or 40 years. When you have that kind of longevity on the market, what we're probably going to end up seeing is that when these existing homes start filtering into our closing numbers over the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to find out they didn't actually close that close to the average of that $457,000. We may see for the existing homes that they're dropping into the low 400s because there is just this much pressure from this new construction. I don't actually know what's going to happen. It's also the beginning of March. We haven't even really started the spring market yet. Things have been moving a little faster in these towns over the past 3 weeks or so, but we're really not anywhere near the spring market as everybody thinks of it. However, I really think we're going to see a lot of these St. John home sellers have to drop their price. Again, when you have more than half of the current inventory on market since October, that's a kind of good sign that maybe the prices are the problem. It makes sense from a buyer perspective. You have a house, let's say, they're equal in all the other ways. They're 4 bedrooms, they're 2.5 baths, they have about, 2,800 square feet. Are you going to buy one that's $448,000? Or are you going to buy one that's brand new, almost exactly the same house? St. John isn't that big of a town, so all locations, are very similar. Are you going to spend $448,000 on the one that's awesome, but needs updating, it's not modernized? Or are you going to spend $450,000 or $468,000 on the same house that's brand new? Most buyers, honestly, are going to take the brand new option. So it just so happens that I sell real estate in St. John, Indiana. So certainly if you're thinking of selling, or maybe you were on the market, in the fall or winter, you've now expired and you're ready to give it a run, give me a call, text me anytime, 219-765-2062. Obviously, I also work with buyers in St. John. I have experience with that new construction, so I can help you with some of the, questions maybe that are specific to new construction. If you're more comfortable, you can always email me at hsbyerica@gmail.com. If you have thoughts about the St. John real estate market. St. John's changed tremendously in just the past, 4 or 5 years. Please comment down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about that in terms of traffic. There's like 3 new stoplights. Now they're going to work on 93rd. There's all these different things that are happening in St. John right now. So I'd love to hear from you guys, either St. John residents who have been there a long time or people who are looking to buy in St. John and, are excited, maybe have some misgivings. Comment down below so we can kind of talk about that and see where everybody is. Next week, we'll be talking about Schererville, which, another interesting community, different from St. John. Real big footprint, lots of different kinds of houses. So we'll kind of see how Schererville weathered January as we ramp up towards March. But please, like I said, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so when I do post those videos, you'll be notified. I do my buyer and seller tip videos on Thursdays, so that may be something you might find exciting as well. You can always check out my website at homesalesbyerica.com. Obviously, these videos are there, also all the rest of my videos. I also have a home seller and a home buyer guide that are designed, for actual working information for people who are actually going through the process, different questions you might have and stuff like that. Also, obviously, we can search for new homes or get your home valuation there. So please stop by homesalesbyerica.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you on Thursday.